Have you ever wondered why INFJs seem to need so much solitude? Why do some moments of being alone feel safe and comforting rather than lonely? Some people see them as distant or mysterious, but for INFJs, being alone doesn't always mean the same thing. Sometimes it's a vital necessity, and other times a refuge they build to protect themselves. Hello and welcome to Psych IQ. On this channel, we publish weekly videos to support introverted, intuitive, and sensitive people, helping them grow both personally and reflectively. Subscribe so you don't miss any future content. Today, we'll explore the special relationship INFJs have with solitude, why they seek it, how they experience it, and what risks arise when it becomes a refuge rather than a form of self-care. INFJs are known as the counselor, or the protector, in the MBTI. They are deeply intuitive and empathetic, capable of sensing emotions that others may not even notice. But this sensitivity comes at a cost. They process emotions, social cues, and personal reflections constantly. Their minds are like an ocean, full of currents, layers, and depths that require exploration and understanding. This is why INFJs need moments of solitude to organize their thoughts and emotions, but also to recharge their energy, as absorbing so many external emotions can be exhausting. Example: imagine an INFJ who spends the whole day in a socially intense environment. Even if they are smiling and participating, internally, they may feel drained. Solitude becomes a safe space where they can just be themselves without having to explain or adapt to others. When an INFJ voluntarily retreats, solitude plays a deeply healthy role. It's a space for reflection where they can process their emotions, explore their thoughts, and connect with their inner world. In this context, solitude acts as emotional self-care, almost as essential as sleeping or eating. Many INFJs use this time to write down their thoughts and emotions, whether in journals, blogs, or personal notes, create art, music, or content that reflects their inner world, meditate, or simply observe their surroundings in silence. These activities allow INFJs to recharge, gain clarity, and maintain emotional balance. It's not isolation, it's reconnection with themselves. But solitude also has a darker side. When an INFJ feels misunderstood, judged, or emotionally vulnerable, they may use solitude as a protective refuge. In this case, it's not a conscious choice for rest or introspection, but a mechanism to avoid emotional pain. The risk: solitude can turn into prolonged isolation, where the INFJ stops sharing emotions and distances themselves from those who could support them. This can reinforce a cycle of disconnection, making the INFJ feel invisible or misunderstood, while others perceive them as inaccessible. Example: an INFJ who has experienced emotional disappointments may decide never to open up again. Solitude shifts from being a space of self-care to a wall that separates them from meaningful relationships. To illustrate, let's imagine two scenarios. One: healthy solitude. An INFJ works on a creative project. After a socially intense day, they retreat to their room, write their ideas, and reflect on what they've learned. They leave the space temporarily renewed and ready to interact with others. 2. Solitude as a refuge. Another INFJ experiences a conflict with close friends. Instead of talking about their feelings, they withdraw, avoid everyone, and suppress emotions. While they feel safe temporarily, they end up isolated and misunderstood. These examples show that the intention behind solitude makes all the difference between personal growth and emotional disconnection. INFJs face a constant paradox. They crave deep, meaningful connections, but they also fear being misunderstood or hurt. They want to be understood, yet often find misunderstanding. They need solitude to process, but if they use it as a refuge, they can end up more alone than ever. This back and forth between wanting connection and needing withdrawal defines much of the INFJ experience. Recognizing it is the first step to managing it healthily. How can INFJs turn solitude into an ally rather than an enemy? Some strategies. Deep self-awareness. Ask yourself honestly, am I alone to recharge or because I'm afraid to open up? Balanced social interaction. Alternate between introspection and meaningful social time, even if it's just with a few trusted people. Authentic relationships. Invest energy in deep connections where they can be understood and accepted without judgment. Creative expression. Use art, writing, or music to communicate emotions without direct exposure. Regular reflection. Journaling emotions and experiences helps identify patterns and prevents solitude from becoming chronic isolation. Solitude for an INFJ isn't a flaw or punishment. It's a tool for introspection, a space for recharge, and an ally for personal growth. The challenge lies in not letting it become a permanent wall, but rather a beacon that illuminates their inner path and allows them to engage with the world authentically. When INFJs achieve this balance, solitude ceases to be a problem and becomes a space of power and clarity. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for spending this time with me and for diving deep into the INFJ experience. Don't forget to give this video a like if you found it helpful or meaningful. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people who might need this message. And I'd love to hear from you. Do you see your solitude as a vital necessity that nourishes you, or as a refuge that sometimes distances you from others? Your stories and reflections not only enrich this community, but also remind other INFJs that they are not alone in their struggles and growth. So, share your experience in the comments, connect with others, and let's keep building a space where introverted, intuitive, and sensitive people can feel understood and supported. Thank you again for being here, and remember, solitude can be a source of strength, but it's the way we use it that defines its impact. I'll see you in the next video here on Psych IQ, where we'll continue exploring the mind, emotions, and the journey of personal growth. Until then, take care of yourself and honor your inner world.